unto your houses to smite you. You shall observe this thing for an orders to thee and to thy sons forever. See, that's the destroyer. Look. So the Most High looked upon it, and he was to suffer the destroyer, who is who? Mashiach Yahushua. So that's why we got to really look at this sincerely and not fall short. 1 Corinthians 16 and 9. Because a lot of this, what do they do? See, what we do, we look at man. We look at trying to blame man, but it's not man that you're really blaming. It's the Most High. That's what Israel done before. Remember, they blamed Moses and Aaron, but the Most High came down and said, hey, you blaming me. Because he's the one that's giving the instructions. Give all praise and glory to the Most High. So when you don't understand how this is working, then you can fall right into this and tempting him. You see what happened. They were destroyed by the destroyer. Most High gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. You want to forsake them, then that's on you. You can blame man, it's like they blame man, but who the Most High killed? He killed them. He killed the people. We had two people. Don't get it twisted now, because this is real serious. It's real serious, and certain things that he have already said. Remember, he's not a man, he should lie. Y'all might think, okay, well, we can't, you know. Don't think that you just have you have a clear plight into the kingdom, and because of your own pride or your own mind, we don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. We don't know. How he's going to do it. I just know that we have to prepare ourselves. And that's the preparation that I'm giving you in going over these scriptures, so that you can learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. And receive a better position with the Most High as you have these mortal bodies before the Most High take the spirit, or he allow you to see the end, all to the end, and then you be cast into the lake of fire and not be, you know, risen to be with a Mashiach Yahushua and come and go to the wilderness and make it to the kingdom. Psalm 78 and 10. They kept not the covenant of the Most High, and refused to walk in his law. You know? They kept not the covenant of the Most High, the agreement, the contract that he made with the children of Israel, we the children of Israel, and refused to walk in his law. Refused to do what's right. And forsake his works and his wonders that he had shown them. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zohan. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters to stand as a heap. In the daytime also he led them with a cloud, and all the night with a light of fire, chariots of the Most High. He clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of the great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock, and caused waters to run down like rivers. As they sinned, and they sinned yet more against him, by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. And they tempted the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua in their heart by asking meat for their lust. Yeah, they spake against the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua. They said, can the Most High furnish a table in the wilderness? Can he feed us in the wilderness? Behold, he smote the rock, that the waters gushed out and the streams overflowed. Can he give bread also? Wasn't satisfied with nothing. So like a lot of you not satisfied with your life now. You ain't content. And the Most High blessing you, but you don't really see the blessing because you're too caught up in this darkness of this world. Can he provide flesh for his people? Therefore the Most High heard this. See, he heard everything. He even hear your thoughts. And was wroth. So a fire was kindled against Jacob. And anger also came up against Israel, because they believed not in the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, and trusted not in his salvation. Remember, he told them, hey, this promised land is for you. No, but he killed every last one of them except for Joshua and Caleb, as we just read. And let their children go into this promised land for salvation. Though he had commanded the clouds from above and opened the doors of heaven, and had rained down manna unto them, upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. He's causing each wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. And he let it fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations. So did they eat and were filled. We gave them their own desire. Everything we desired, he gave it to us. They were not estranged from their lust, but whilst their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of the Most High came upon them and slew the fattest of them, the one that ate the most. Slew the fattest of them. That means the one that got to eat a lot because they fat, to fulfill that big stomach they have. And smote down the chosen men of Israel. For all this they sinned still. Did all this to them, and they still sinned. And believed not for his wondrous works. That's why we know how the feeling is. She straight told us how you think. Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, 3rd verse. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. Remember, he's not a man that he should lie. Even to this very day, in 2014. For they are impudent children, stupid and silly. That's what he called you. Stupid and silly children, and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. He said, And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. So you know you're going to talk a bunch of stuff. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and though thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words. So you're going to be saying a whole lot of words. Nor be dismayed at their looks. So you're going to be looking all hard and funny at us. Though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are most rebellious, he said. Look. Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he ate it. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. I mean, speak this Bible. Speak the words of the Most High. When we ate this roll, the roll is scrolls. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, you that have different languages, say, but to the house of Israel. To the house of Israel. You tell them, they don't understand what you're saying. Not too many people of a strange speech, different languages, and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, these other nations that speak these other languages, they would have hearkened unto thee. They'd have listened to. Think about it. Most I tell you, if he'd have went to these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, these people would be glad to be the chosen people of the Most High. They already claimed so. Esau already claiming to be the chosen people of the Most High. All he do is open up his Bibles. You see all he have is pictures of himself. He done painted the Caesar boys here. I mean, he said he sent them to him. They've been glad to be the chosen. Israel, nah. Verse 7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. So you ain't gonna listen to the prophets that the Most High said, even Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, Daniel, any of them. They won't listen to no prophets, even the ones today that's bringing forth the truth to the people. Say, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. They ain't gonna listen to you, he's saying. For they will not hearken or listen unto me. Say, you won't even listen to the Most High. For all the house of Israel are impudent, silly and stupid, and hard-hearted. Say, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces. That's why people will be like, why you look so stern and so hard? Because the Most High said, I've made your face to be hard against their face. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant, harder than flint have I made thy forehead, our minds. And the way we got to deal with our people. Fear them not. You say, don't fear them. Neither be dismayed at their looks. Let you know, I know it. There's been a whole lot of evil looks that I've gotten since I've been in this truth. He said, but don't be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So don't worry about it. Because you understand what the Most High has given us as those that got to bring forth this word. Tell us in 2 Timothy 1 and 7. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. It says, for the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. That power is spiritual power. And of love, to keep his commandments and his laws, and a sound mind. It said, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our power, nor of me, his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of the Most High. So you got to be prepared for this. He give us a sound mind to be able to deal with all the things that's going to come in front of us and dealing with reaching our people to bring them back to the sheepfold. And bring them back first and foremost to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Most people don't even identify them as such. They don't even know him. They don't know him. Look at 1 Peter 1 and 4. It says, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies. Genealogies. Meaning, where do you come from? Trying to go into all the different aspects of, most I deal with 3 to 4 generations. You go back to your great-grandfather, you're doing great. Endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than righteous, edifying, which is in faith. So do. Edifying so people can, build up their faith to prepare themselves for the children of Israel, believing in this word. Now the end of the commandment is charity, which is love, out of a pure heart, and of a good conscience, and of faith unfeigned. That's genuine. Faith that's genuine. From which some, having swerved, have turned aside unto vain, worthless janglings. Worthless janglings, things that don't have no credence to be able to help our people reach the kingdom of heaven. That's what it's all about. Reaching the kingdom of heaven. Coming out of the wilderness, going into the land that the Most High is going to have for those that are the 1/3 of the children of Israel. Verse 7, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say, nor whereof they affirm. Don't even know what they're saying, or what they're trying to affirm to you. Because once the book is closed, now they back out there in the world doing all kinds of stuff that's terrible. And they come up with excuses, oh, well, you gotta, just man falls 7 times. Yeah, just man falls 7 times. But when you call yourself a leader, you call yourself someone that's in these churches that's call yourself leading the people, you can't be making all the mistakes like that. The Most High knows everything. He know ain't nobody getting away with nothing. You have to offend less and cause less division. You have to make sure that you're on point as much as possible. Because the people are looking at you and the angels are watching continually. And you want to fall in the hands of the Most High. Remember, I just read to you. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. And he's going to bring it. He's going to bring it. For those that think that they get away with something, you ain't get away with nothing. The eyes of the Most High. Let me get that first. Most High said his eyes are upon this sinful kingdom. Amos 9, 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom. And that's America. Especially brothers here in America. And everywhere there's a sinful kingdom. His eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Most High. He's not going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob. He's going to bring us through. 1/3, that is. Not everyone. Just the 1/3. Just the 1/3 is going to make it through. But see, he says his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. And you that are wicked and prideful, you're going to be like ashes under our soles of our feet. The Most High will. That's why we have to do better and look to do better continually. Be more in the spirit with the Most High. Ecclesiastes 23 and 19. So a lot of you think this way. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men. You don't see me, you got the brothers like, you don't see me, therefore I didn't do anything, but you know what you're doing. That's wrong. You try to make sure that men don't see you as you really are. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So therefore, he see what you're doing when the book is closed in secret. And he see what you're doing. Nobody getting away with anything. That's why we got to really be on point. That's why it says, and hold that in Amos 3 and 7, it says, surely the Most High, Amos 3 and 7, surely the Most High power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. That's why certain things come out. Most High show certain things. Bam, how you know that? Because the Most High is revealing his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Remember the eyes of the Most High? The eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So when you see these secret things that's going on, how does he do it? Amos 3:7, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret, the things that he see you doing unto his servants, the prophets. So anybody getting away with nothing, man. He's bringing it. You got to be ready to be righteous. So that when he's ready, when he comes, you can say, okay, you were a good servant. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you. And that's what it's all about, people. I mean, the Most High is laboring to make us perfect. And who are we to turn away from the labor that he's doing to be contrary to his work and think you're going to make it? You're not going to make it, brothers and sisters. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. It's not just ain't no religion. As religion have programmed you to think that you can just feel the way you feel and you're going to make it with your pride. He already said the prideful and the wicked people are going to be ashes under the souls of the saints. The 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel that's going to make it. That's why you got to be ready. You got to do what's right. Proverbs 2:10. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. When it enters into your mind, and knowledge is pleasant unto your soul, to your body. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man. See, we got to be having these characteristics of wisdom and understanding to be able to be delivered from the way of the evil man. So now, what's the way of the evil man? Homosexual, man and man can get married, women and women get married, you know, change a man to a woman, you know, the children here in California from kindergarten out to 8th grade. It's okay if a boy want to be a girl, go into the girls' locker room, girls' shower. Come on, man. Boy want to be a girl, girl want to be a boy, go into the boys' locker room, boys' shower. I mean, they training them how to be, you know, homosexuals and lesbians. Really? He said it's okay. That's why the Most High told us this in Isaiah 1:9. He said, except the Most High of hosts, it's the Most High power of hosts, Most High power of armies, had left unto us a very small remnant. See that? A very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. If he leave a very small remnant, we'd be done. We'd be like we just, they'll bring us on in. That's why it says this wisdom entereth into the heart, going back to Proverbs 2:10, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. So it's pleasant to your spirit. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man. So you got to be delivered from the way of the evil man. Remember, the Most High told Esau to get thee into darkness. So he's going into the evil. He's dealing with bowing down to Satan. Satan showed him, all the kingdoms of the world. And he said, you can have them if you bow down and worship me. So these kingdoms of the world have bowed down and worshiped Satan, regardless of how you look at it. Because the Most High is not a man, he should lie, and his word is truth. And he ruleth in the kingdom of men. He gave it to the basis of men. And the Mashiach Abishai was giving it to Satan, and Satan said, hey, all is mine. But you got to worship me. That's why we got to be able to be delivered from the way of the evil man, as it says in Proverbs 2:12. To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things. You know, he's the Most High. You can't get no forward than that. And put his picture up to represent it. All his movies, got Caesar Borgia, that white image of Mashiach Yahushai, or I'll say Jesus Christ, that's who they call him. That ain't his name. So, I mean, all the different idols that's happening, the people that's against us. Shoot, we were sold to our enemies. All these nations had us in captivity. They ain't none of our friends. Who lead the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Hear that? They lead the ways of uprightness and following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushai, to walk in the ways of darkness. Be Edomanized. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of people are Edomanized. Walking in the way of darkness, ignorance. Don't want to take the time to study. Don't want to know what it is, what it's going to take to reach the kingdom of heaven. This is about the kingdom of heaven, people. That's promised to us, prepared for us, the children of Israel. What are you going to do with your life? I mean, you would die and then be tormented. Think this is something, you could die and be tormented. Proverbs 2:13. Who lead the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Who rejoice to do evil. They be glad to do evil. And delight in the forwardness of the wicked. That's why all you got to do is jump on the left side. They right there because that's where they really at. Perpetrating a fraud like they trying to be righteous. They ain't upright. You just go to the left, see how fast people go right there with you. Just to see where they at. You'll see. They holding it down now. It's a Sabbath. But take them somewhere on the left, see how fast they go to the left, and you notice how much they be on the right in uprightness of righteousness. What they talk about that's upright in righteousness on their own. Our people. But they rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked. The things they say do. You got people that saying, oh, the cop just shot the brother down. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, he must have been doing something wrong. Justify the wickedness of the wicked. Whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths. Ways are all off, man. Contrary to the ways of the Most High. We got a bunch of sandballs in our nation. I wonder where is the unity? We talk about unity of the brotherhood. What is unity in the sisterhood? Is that ever going to happen? Is that ever going to be as broad spread as it is in the men? I haven't seen it. But women always want to have the position of a man, but take that position. Let's see you bring women together as the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. Bring them together. Instead of stepping in the place of a man, we got Most High call men. Do that. Yeah, do that. That's a great job for you women. Bring together a lot of women that's on the same page. That's helping the men to grow this nation. And y'all get along like we have to get along. We got to go to this word and make sure that we on point with the word. Some don't want it. Some don't run from it. Because they know when the book is closed, they wicked. But those that are righteous, do that. Take that plight on. Uh-oh. Let's continue. Whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman. Uh-oh. Deliver us from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words. The strange woman, you got to be delivered from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words. Hopefully you're not thinking of dealing with any other nation. Most sign with interracial marriages. And they say, hey, I like you. Or bat their eyes, they blink their eyes at you. A lot of brothers, that's all they got to do is they show us a little sign of they might have an opportunity, they go for it. That's, you whoremonger. And that's wrong. If she say certain things to you, that's something you dealing with. It could be another man's woman, whatever. Still dealing with that. That's adultery. Which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her power. You know, falling short because she done messed around with another man she married. Covenant says that's the laws of the Most High. Or the man just, you know, taking advantage of a situation. That's wrong. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. And that sounds like death to me. Like ready for them ashes, will be them ashes that the souls of the righteous gonna walk on. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. And you know, you gotta watch out, especially for these other nations. We ain't got no business dealing with these strange nations. A lot of you Israelite women are Gentiles. Y'all just like the Gentiles because your mind thinks just like y'all Edomites. You gotta be reprogrammed. A lot of you Edomites, you know, depending on the situation, you probably don't honor the Sabbath at any time. If the situation warrant that you don't, a lot of you women, you get with these men that don't deal with it, you're gonna be not dealing with this truth. And you men, you go into these women, these strange women, next thing you know, understand this. The mindset is the same. What's the difference? If it's our women or if it's the other strangers. The other nations. They strange women that we know of our nation, or the strange women that's of the other nations. Right now, they all Edomites. What's the difference? They still gonna take your mind away from the Most High, doing what the Most High said you're supposed to do. Because they don't know the Most High. They ain't trying to know the Most High, whether they're an Israelite woman or they're a strange Israelite woman or a stranger of these other nations. What's the difference? They still got the same kind of mindset because they've been programmed the same way. To be lovers of this world. And to follow the things of the world and compromise the word of the Most High. Straight up. No matter how you look at it, that's what it is. None that go unto her return again. Hear that? None that go unto her shall return again. Neither take they hold of the paths of life, which is the laws of the Most High. That's what